What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Joey, JcM, and we're going to get right into this recording, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Joey JcM Radio here, where we talk about some topics. And today's topic is something I was thinking about in my travels. And what's the title today? About how Star Wars is officially, the Disney Star Wars is officially reboots. No, JcM, what are you talking about? No, it's not. Episode 7, it connects to the... For me, it is officially reboots. Because Disney is now owned by a corporation, right? And the point to why I'm saying especially that it's reboots is because when something is so unrecognizable, there's no way that it can be connected. But JcM, they're telling us it's connected. It's owned by a corporation now, Star Wars. And the reason why they're telling you it's connected is because it's a business tactic. This is a corporation wanting to make money. And they want to tug on your heartstrings. They want to use the people, the fans of 40 years, making them think they're going to see Luke Skywalker again. Disney has, you understand, corporations too have psychologists working for them also. You know, it's about making money, you know. So Disney, you know, oh yeah, we're going to get all these people that grew up with Star Wars and we're going to tell them they're going to see Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, right? But there's more to seeing somebody or something than just having it look a certain way. A character is not just a look. A character has synonymous looks, iconic looks, but you can't have a character without characteristics, right? You can't have a character without characteristics. Therefore, you know, when you see, you know, look how many people are saying how different they feel Luke Skywalker is. And when you have like 50% of the people at least saying how upset they were with The Last Jedi, there's a reason for it. It's not just like someone's an asshole. This half is an asshole, this half an asshole. No, when it's that big of an amount of people, you have to say to yourself, not that, oh, they're just asshole. You have to say to yourself, okay, it's that big of an amount. You know, what's going on here? Let me find out exactly what's going on. And something I wanted to say real quick before I continue with this is that I've said this before, and JcM, you know, here is not about getting into these drama topics. You know, a lot of people, like I've said before also, you know, want to do drama topics just because they're obsessed with numbers. They want to get the subscriber count up. They just want to make money. And they're so desperate to try to make money in this way that they're doing things that are really hurting people. You know what I mean? Like just you know, really maybe being a dick, an asshole, getting into drama topics and everything because they're obsessed and they have a mental block where they can't see, you know, how they're hurting people or that they're obsessed with these numbers trying to get subscribers. So is this a drama topic? I don't know. But I just want to say, for me to get into a certain topic, it's not about the drama for me. If I'm talking about a certain topic that I think is a drama topic or teeters on the line of drama topic, it's because I feel like I have something I thought about it and I feel like I have something to contribute to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, to contribute, not just to fucking, my main goal is to talk about drama and piss people off. I'm not about those drama topics, stuff like that. But in watching a lot of I watch a lot of videos, get a lot of opinions, right? And just to see what's going on, because that's what you should do. What's going on here? Let me see all these opinions. Let me see what people are saying. Let me see what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't just read something. You know, like I said, if it's 50% of the people are upset about what's going on, you can't. You know, there's something going on. You got to investigate and see what's going on. So, you know, I've been watching these videos, and you know, as far as Disney and they're buying everything. And someone had a good point. I just watched a video earlier today about the main point of why they wanted to buy Fox is because they want to get into their digital service. They want to have like a Netflix type service. And one of the main points of buying Fox was to have all their TV shows to be able to put on this Disney network that they want to rival, compete with Netflix with. And that was a good point. And think of that. Besides Fox has a lot of good shit too. But the point is Disney is getting bigger and bigger. And the problem is that they are pushing people that are not cool. They're pushing these people that are making, and it's starting to bleed into the movies too, with Marvel and stuff. And the way Thor Ragnarok made me feel, I kind of started to see, and it was something else too. It was Thor and something else that it kind of made me see like something's going on here. I could talk about that separately. Let me know if you want to. Thor Ragnarok. Just real quick about that entertaining movie, but was it a Thor continuation? You know what I'm saying? But that's another topic. But yeah, watching all these different things and seeing all these different opinions, Disney's getting bigger and bigger, and they're pushing a lot of people that seem to be hateful. Something I've been saying recently and I thought of was that when you have too much of a mind and no heart, you're a robot. And when you have too much of heart and no mind, you're an animal. That's what makes a human being. We have the combination of both creates a human being. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I started getting passionate about wanting to talk about something like this. So what was I saying about, let me see here, like Luke Skywalker, the unrecognizability. So to me at this point now, I guess the Han Solo trailer was like the last straw. And I'm saying the last straw doesn't mean like I'm fucking raging, I'm pissed off. But I'll tell you why it was the last straw. But like I'm saying, to me at this point now, it's cemented. There's no more debate about it. That, oh God. Whoo! Excuse me. That the Disney Star Wars movies are reboots. So, like I said, they've been telling you that, oh no, this is a continuation. This fits in the Star Wars universe. But again, when something's so unrecognizable, at this point, it's like, no, it's not. These are reboots. And the reason why they told you that these are connected is because they want people to be like, oh my God, I'm going to get to see Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. And again, the faces and the painting and the look is not seeing the character. Seeing the character is that combined with, it's actually more of the characteristics that make a character. There's a lot of the, agenda pushing in these movies. It's very clear that all the men are being dumbified. The women are just like strong without reason. It's really a shame because these people are mentally ill, is the bottom line. Is because there ain't no bullshit. You want a fucking awesome character with this woman, this kind of person, that kind of person, you have to make a story. It's very simple. It's very simple. Don't tell me this character, this person, this woman, this him, her, doesn't matter. It's awesome because we tell you they're awesome and they didn't do anything to get there. They didn't learn anything to get there. It's almost like a Saturday Night Live comedy skit when you have these scenes of like, it's like a joke. Like they didn't get nowhere to do nothing. We want, especially this 40 years of Star Wars. 40 years. Maybe it was, when did Lucas sell it? Maybe it was like 37 or something. I don't know. The 40th anniversary just happened. Obviously, Disney has owned it for a couple of years now. So whatever, 30, but around 40 years about. 37, whatever you want to say. Of books, TV shows, of watching these movies over and over, of, toys, games, so many things adding to the lore. And I remember saying recently too. It's funny how like a video game company with less money, because I believe when BioWare made Knights of the Old Republic, they weren't bought by EA at that point. No, because they were bought after Mass Effect 1, which was the next console generation. So BioWare at that point was not owned by EA. BioWare was its own fucking company. You got games like Knights of the Old Republic. Obviously, Lucasfilm games were owned by Lucasfilm. George Lucasfilm, so, whatever. But I remember saying recently that, a video game company with far less money than Disney, even back then, can create a timeless, epic contribution to the lore. And Disney is making stuff that is just creating such hate and divide, and like I said, in today's world, I even say this with wrestling today too, they don't care about if they're making you angry or if they're making you happy. That's all they care, because they want the Twitter numbers. Whether people are raging or whether people are shilling both extremes, people are tweeting about it. And that's all they care about, those numbers. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the passion. They don't care about the people wanting to camp out for days on end. And I don't care if I fucking freeze my ass off. I live and breathe and die Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to create people like that anymore. That passion. They're not concerned about that. George Lucas was a independent guy. Star Wars was independent, whether you realize it or not, right? And George Lucas was bigger than fucking Hollywood. And he was fucking independent. He was making Jesus. And he was making stories. He wasn't looking at analytic charts and saying, "Oh, who should we penetrate? Who should we target?" and shit like that. Why, let's add this person in, for China. Look what China did. China's like, we know what the fuck you're doing. We're not gonna watch this. Shill shit. We know you're trying to just do shit to, yeah, China, we love you. Yeah. They're like, yeah, okay. Look what happened for Last Jedi in China. 2 weeks, they pulled it. For the standards that it should have had, obviously made millions still, but for the standards that it should have had or something, it bombed. I don't know, whatever the fuck, I don't know. But, when something is unrecognizable, it's not the thing you're talking about. So that's why I'm saying at this point, especially with the Han Solo trailer, what's the guy's name? Alden Ehrenreich? I don't even know. But I don't not like him. But to me, he's just not Han Solo. And I even said the way they look is fine. Lando looks really cool. Even the way fucking the guy looks, Alden Ehrenreich is Han Solo. I don't care that much because he doesn't look that bad or something, but it's the characteristics. He sound like he gets scared. Like at that point, at that age, Han Solo is a very confident person. Lando Calrissian is a very confident person. It's supposed to be. But as far as Han Solo, he has that one scene where he looks at the girl. He's like, "And what's that?" He's trying to be cocky, and he's like, "Gulp!" He gets scared, and just the way he sounds, and he's like too jokey, smiley, and he just sounds like a kid. He sounds like Han Solo if he was 10 years old, maybe even or something. Maybe even 10-year-old Han Solo would have had more confidence. But like I said, when I watched it. The teaser, a lot of people, surprisingly, like I said, I watched a lot of videos, try to get a lot of opinions, and surprisingly, a lot of people said this. They were like, the teaser got them more excited than the actual teaser trailer, which I felt too. I was like, oh, because at first I was happy that I was like, wow, Han Solo was actually an Imperial officer? That was his origin story. He started off as an Imperial officer. I was like, whoa, maybe since what happened with The Last Jedi, especially in China and stuff, maybe they're like, you know what, let's do a little more of what actually happened in Star Wars for the past 40 years, instead of being like, like what we tell you to like. And I was like, wow, maybe they're actually doing that? We'll see. But then I watched the teaser, and in the review, I wound up saying it felt a little too like, it was something I couldn't pinpoint, but then I pinpointed it. I'm like, they're trying to be like certain scenes especially feel like they're trying to be like this like Academy Award winning like and Star Wars didn't never had that, and it didn't need to. Maybe the original Star Wars, I think, was at the Academy Awards because people were like, "Whoa, that's cool and new. We want to be a part of that." But after that, when Star Wars really started to fucking be bigger than Hollywood, you didn't see Star Wars at the Academy, with these award shows anymore because they were like, "Oh, fuck you, you're bigger than us, and we're shilling, and you're bigger than us." So that's the thing. George Lucas was bigger than Hollywood, and he was making stories from his heart. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking at analytics, trying to take advantage of people, and stuff like that. And like I always say too, no matter how much the complainers complained about Jar Jar Binks and every fucking episode prequels, shit still flew off the shelves. And you watch these videos now too with all these Last Jedi action figures being discounted. The toys aren't selling as good. The movie like tanked in China. I think Star Wars supposedly never really did super duper good in China, but this example of The Last Jedi really, according to whatever standards, really, 2 weeks it was gone, it was really not good. So there's declines happening. And people starting to get wise to, basically, I think what I'm saying here is that people are like, this is not Star Wars. You like I said, you just told us it was, just to get people, pull those heartstrings, because they know they have psychologists there. They look at numbers and they see who to target. Let's target these people and do this with it, and that will get them there psychology wise. But people are starting to wise up to that. And like I'm saying, after especially The Last Jedi and especially the Han Solo trailer, it's just not like and it's especially like now it's coming out all these other examples of people that really could have played Harrison Ford, that really looked like him, had his mannerisms and stuff. And once you see that combined with The Last Jedi stuff, you start to see that this is just, it's too unrecognizable. This guy is Han Solo. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. I'm not even trying to trying to play good cop, bad cop. I legitimately I thought he was funny. I thought he was cool, okay. But I just don't see him as Han Solo. And why? Because characteristics. Han Solo was never that unconfident. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? He might have made bad choices or something, but you can't see Han Solo as so unconfident and so goofy. He wasn't a smiley, unconfident guy. He was I'm fucking Han Solo. I'm the fucking... He was he had that I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? So it's the characteristics are very important. The look is only a piece of it. The characteristics are more of a piece of it. And all this Disney Star Wars stuff is just based off of look. But as far as the characteristics, the most important part of a character, they're not there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think about Luke Skywalker for a second. It's funny, when I first saw the part where he went to kill Kylo Ren, I actually took that as, or maybe I was trying to take that as, maybe since he's a Jedi Master now, he had to it's just so hard to even talk, because I know fucking who Luke Skywalker is for 40 years, you know what I'm saying? But I said, okay, maybe that happened because now that he's a Jedi Master, it even hurts my brain to even fucking try to fucking... I can't even get it out, honestly. But I let me just try. I tried to be okay, maybe since he's a Jedi Master that he thought, if someone's a fucking Sith, you gotta kill him. That's the Jedi code. You know what I'm saying? So but it wasn't just that. It was now that I've watched a lot of videos, saw a lot of opinions. Yeah, that is kind of fucking retarded. That Luke would fucking, because Luke wasn't. That was his thing. He wasn't the typical fucking Jedi. He cured the Jedi Order. A lot of things that the Jedi got lost. The Jedi said things about love and attachment, and Luke was like, "No, it's love is not the problem. It's trying to shy away from things and pushing things away without learning it was the problem." And even Yoda learned that lesson at the end of the Clone Wars, which is still owned by George Lucas, that you shouldn't ignore the dark side. Face it. See what the fuck is going on with it. Learn about what's going on within you. Learn about your dark side so you know what's going on inside of you. And that was towards the end of the Clone Wars. So then, shortly after the Clone Wars, Yoda had to go into hiding. So it kind of makes sense that he probably might have contributed to teaching Luke that lesson also. Oh my god, fucking real Star Wars. I don't give a shit. Real fucking Star Wars that has everything. Looks and characteristics. This Disney Star Wars is just looks. It's just looks. And looks don't sell merchandise. Looks alone don't sell merchandise. You know what I mean? For me, honestly, when it comes to the toys, when it comes to the video games, I'm talking about Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Like, when I see a Kylo Ren action figure, when I see a Rey action figure, the only reason why I would want to buy them, it's not because of what I saw in the movie. It's because I look at them and my imagination takes over and I start to say, maybe Kylo Ren was a descendant of the Skywalkers in the future. Like, so far in the future that, I think of, like, Cade Skywalker. He was a future Skywalker. And he was like a mix of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Seemed like kind of a badass. I didn't read all of those comics. But I could see Cade maybe having a promiscuous night. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he impregnated somebody he didn't realize. So I could see Kylo Ren as like a really future Skywalker that didn't know. He had these, just like Anakin, he had these feelings and these powers, and he didn't know he was a Skywalker at first, and that's why, and maybe he was put into a situation where he was around assholes. That's why he was doing more dark side shit. That's what I see for Kylo Ren. And I forgot, what I thought about Rey. Maybe she was just, she could have been on a planet and just, like, it could have been like, what's, like, all those like, Stranger Things type story where she was a part of, like, these kids that were loners. That's why I would want to buy them. My imagination would make me want to buy those toys and, you know what I mean? What I saw in the movie, opposed to when I was younger, when I saw Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader fighting, my first two Star Wars action figures was a Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Luke Skywalker in his Hoth outfit, Darth Vader, back then the Kenner days, fucking, oh my god, Jesus Christ. So good. Kenner Star Wars was the equivalent to, like, Hasbro WWE action figures, like that fucking, oh my god. What if that was, like, the core, like, the fucking pinpoint time of, so they both had lightsabers, Luke Skywalker, and I remember, going to a relative's house, and they had, like, a TV dinner table there, and that, because in Empire Strikes Back, they fought on, like, that high point, where Luke fell eventually, so that TV dinner was, like, they were fighting on that high point, and I remember just, being Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and just playing as them, because of what I saw in the movie, I wanted them. Looks alone don't sell toys. And you see, you watch these videos, a lot of videos out there. There was a video that a guy took Last Jedi toys, The Last Jedi, which just came out not too long ago, December, right? December. It's February right now that I'm saying. It's the beginning of February 7th, whatever. The guy, took these Last Jedi toys to the scanner. $1. Like, the basic action figures were discounted for $1. The fucking electronic lightsabers, the ones that you go foof and they, not the ones that light up. They have the little bit of lightsaber sticking out. They don't go all the way in, whatever. But if you swing it, the thing comes out, and then you press the button and they light up and they make noise when you clash. Fucking $25 was discount a Rey's lightsaber, because Lucasfilm's like, fuck you, it's not. That's the attitude too. The attitude is just like, we don't give a fuck what you heard for 40 years. 40 years, guys. 40 fucking years. The attitude of, we don't care what you heard for 40 years. We're telling you what's up. And then I laugh at all these people that like enjoyed Star Wars for all these years, at least 20 years, maybe even. That's still a long time. Disney says, Luke Skywalker shoving a baseball bat up his ass is canon. And there's people out there that are just like, oh, that's canon. That's canon. Like, either like there's something wrong or like they're just desperate to try to believe that Disney's not fucking them in the ass, or Disney's not, whether it's Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, whatever. But yeah, like I said, it's either something's whatever, or they're just like really trying to mentally damage themselves and to block any information coming in because they don't want to believe that Star Wars is not Star Wars anymore. And what does that mean? Star Wars is Star Wars. Again, the characteristics, the soul has been taken out. Looks alone are nothing to anything. That's where all these video games even, Call of Duty got big and all the haters. That's what Disney's trying to do, like cater to the people that were hateful. So what do these video game companies try to do? Cater to the people that are hateful. But it's mentally ill because, again, even the people back then, the prequels, this and that, Jar Jar Binks, again, you can prefer whatever you prefer, but when you're fucking like, blah, 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 like, those people were the minority, okay? Those people were the minority because, again, what happened when George Lucas still owned Star Wars, his creation, when he still owned his fucking creation? Oh my God, what the fuck? And he was... It's just so crazy. Like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. You were a prime example of fuck Hollywood. You can be bigger than Hollywood by being a human being. And Hollywood wants to shut that down now. They want to make you believe that just be a robot, be a robot, be a robot. And George Lucas was that fucking example of they have fucking conventions for my shit because I'm a fucking human being. What do you got, Hollywood? Do people fucking, live and breathe for your movies? Yeah, live and bleed for your movies. Yeah, they do. There's people that are obsessed with Disney World. You know why? Because back in the day, Disney was making stories, and that's when people live and bleed, breathe, whatever, Disney. The stories that the 80s and 90s, whenever Disney came out with a movie, it was a fucking story. It was a fucking event. It was like, oh my, this iconic, put a stamp in time forever type stories. And yeah, like, I'm pretty sure Disney took a lot of the stories and made their own adaptation and really brought them to light. I think Lion King was original, but still they were, the point was story, characteristics. That's the people that are diehard for Disneyland, for like fucking, Little Mermaid, fucking Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, like, that's the shit people are diehard for with Disney. So what the fuck were they saying, And so yeah, I think I was saying, the minority of people were the haters because look what was still happening. Shit was still flying off the shelves when Lucas owned it. You just didn't, the proof was in the action. The haters were the minority, blah, 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 blah. Again, you prefer what you prefer, but if you're like, fuck you for liking this, fuck, like, what? Like, but the haters were the minority, because look at the action. Shit, anything, fucking Clone Wars toys, even flying off the shelves. Like, people fucking would die hard. You know how many fucking Star Wars toys I have? When I relocated, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, do I run out? I did it for Force Awakens because I tried to believe at the time that shit was connecting, but I had to make myself. I had to be like, okay, maybe it was so far in the future, and they're still saying that Luke had the Jedi Academy, so it seems like shit is still there. It still was, bothering me that the Solo kids weren't the Solo kids, because there was 3 Solo kids. What was it, Anakin, Gianna, and Jason, I believe. Or Ben, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Anakin. But I tried to maybe whatever, but for the fact that Luke, they were still making him to be powerful, that he had the Jedi Academy, I was like, okay, maybe there's still enough here to be whatever. So me and Jay Hogs, if you saw on the channel, we did Force Awakens. I was still trying at that point. I felt like there was enough elements, whatever. but I still was like, something was festering, something was growing, and it was very clear and apparent what they did with The Last Jedi. Nothing ever meant anything. It was just, and how crazy is it that they're pitching again another thing that just hit me now. I said it before, but pertaining to this topic of unrecognizability, a trilogy is not something that you make as time goes on. If you're saying the trilogy is unrecognized, the art of the trilogy is unrecognizable here too, because a trilogy means that you have a plan for 3 movies, a plan, not fucking you make a movie, have no plan, make some shit, and have no plan for the next one, then you just make some shit, and then like Ryan Johnson was like, yeah, this is about the parents. Oh, but that could change though. They've said it. They made it very clear that this trilogy was not a planned out thing. So even the art of the trilogy is unrecognizable here. You know what I'm saying? Talked about a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. I feel like some things maybe are separate topics, but had to get it all in there because I don't know. Now was the time. I was just feeling it to get it all in there. But let me know what you guys think about what I'm saying. Obviously, people are going to feel the way I feel. I don't give a whatever. But, I don't even give a fuck with this video. Like, I know what I'm saying. To me, it's very clear. There's really no question for me here. You know what I mean? But you agree, I guess. Anything you could contribute, anything you want to add to what I'm saying that maybe I wasn't thinking of at this point. But yeah, so for me, it's clear that saying that these movies were connected was a business maneuver. Like I said, corporations have psychologists working for them. The corporations look at numbers. They want to see who they want to target and stuff like that. So the psychologists might suggest to them, if you do this and target this, people will feel like they're, reliving their childhood or something. So saying that these movies were connected for me now is clear that it was a business tactic. And this is all business. This is a corporation now trying to sell stuff under the Star Wars name. And they just, corporate-made Star Wars, to me, just cannot be Star Wars. It just, and I mean, it's not, like, I'm not saying this to try to even pick a side. I'm legit, like, trying to be like a fucking scientist here. Because look what's happening. It's happening, like, all the shit that happened with The Last Jedi and how it, like the hate, the disgust, I want to say, the disgust people have. And it's at least half the people. And it may be even more that just don't want to believe it or try to make themselves not believe it. The Rotten Tomato score, the people's score, the people that are actually vote, they might say, oh, people, spam it, whatever, but still, like, to be below 50%, it's now at like 48%, you can't say every single one of those people was spammers, you know what I mean? So, even if you take half of it, still, it's like, so there's obviously a problem there. And on top of that, you got the problem with the action figures, the merchandise. Like I said, a lot of videos of, the same toys, even Rogue One toys, still being on the shelves and stuff. I know we have a store called Five Below. It's, it's a discount store for $5 and under. And they have, like, the legit Star Wars toys in there. You know what I mean? Like Rogue One. What did I get from there? I think I got Force Awakens stuff there, too. There's videos, like I said, that the guy went up to the scanner. He's scanning these toys, discounted for $1. Oh, did I say the price of that electronic lightsaber the electronic lightsaber, $25. The one that lights up, makes the noise when you cling it. $2.50. What? Discounted for $2? But like I said, all those videos, all those examples of the toys still on the shelves, not moving, discounted. Then you got other examples of how The Last Jedi did in China. It did, like, extra bad. like a record amount of bad for the Star Wars name. You know what I mean? There's just so many things that, again, like, it's not about picking sides. It's about science, really. A corporation cannot make Star Wars. And on top of it, they're hiring these hateful people that are trying to tell you all this stuff. What do you like? What the fuck? Like, again, it's very simple. You want a female hero? You make a good fucking story. You want this kind of hero, that kind of hero? You make a good fucking story. That's all you need to do. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Look, no bullshit there. No convincing. That's all you need to do. You want to make a good story, whether it's a woman, whether it's a man, whether it's this or that. You make a fucking story. That's the bottom line. I can name off how many, TV shows from the 90s that have to deal with this kind of person, that kind of person, women. There's endless TV shows you can list of different kinds of people. The shows and even whatever movies too were so successful because of the story of it, the characteristics of it. Do you understand? So to believe that, they're hiring these people that are making these movies just to tell you suck, it's mentally ill. It's like a druggy, mentally ill thing that's going on, and then I've been looking up too, even with the Marvel movies, like I said, I feel like supposedly, like, I ran into these videos of all the stuff that's going on in, like, Marvel Comics too, like all this hateful stuff, like just all this mentally, like I said, if you have too much mental, you're a robot. If you have too much heart, you're an animal. You got to have both to be a human being. And just all this stuff I've been running into about the Marvel Comics, I'm like, wow, I need, like, just a lot of mental illness being pushed by this company that's starting to own everything. And this is the people that they're pushing. And even Disney is mentally ill. Because you cemented yourself in the history of the world with stories. And now you're trying to push people that are you're trying to push people that don't want to make stories, that just want to have these movies that talk down to you, tell you suck. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I say even Disney is becoming mentally ill, because it's proof is right there. You built your shit on fucking stories, and now you're trying to sell non-story based things that are pointing the finger at people. It's like a good story is a good story. A character has characteristics. A cheeseburger has a bun, a burger, and cheese. If you put a piece of wood inside of two pieces of bread with no cheese even, and try to tell me it's a fucking cheeseburger, and you're an asshole if you don't believe it's a cheeseburger, even though the fucking thing doesn't have cheese, that's mentally ill. That's mentally ill. It's very clear. Yes, that's why I say even Disney is the mouse is becoming mentally ill. Disney, Mickey Mouse, which is sad because I love but maybe they don't even No, I can't. I mean, is it Disney though, or is it Disney just letting these people do what they want to do? And Lucasfilm has mentally ill people, and Marvel's starting to have mentally ill people. Because Disney, I gotta say, like when they make their Maleficent was a little off because, like, I felt like she was a bad guy and tried to make her a good guy. It was still cool. I think that was the first big Disney live action. But when I, at the time, was with somebody and the people wanted to go see Cinderella. Okay, so we went to go see Cinderella. And even I said to myself, I was like, wow, I was really surprised how legit this was Cinderella. I was like, oh, they're probably going to try to make it modern. This was before... even now, but I was like, they're probably going to try to make it modern and have these stupid things in there. But Cinderella was like legit Cinderella. I was like, wow, even Beauty and the Beast. You know, to me it was like well, they say like with Garcon, whatever hell his name was. The people were saying that they made him gay or something and whatever. I didn't get. I think he was gay, but I didn't get a like fuck you feeling from it. I just got like this guy. They exaggerated his character even more. It was a character exaggeration. I didn't feel like it was like a fuck you, blah blah blah. So like, and take him away from his side. Even Beauty and the Beast, I was like, wow, like they legit made Beauty and the Beast as a live action movie. You know what I'm saying? So is it Disney? Or is it them just owning these companies and not caring what these companies do, as long as they fucking make money off of it? You know what I'm saying? So in a way, Disney's allowing them and to do bad and to be whatever. But, is Disney telling them to do this? Or are these companies just run by mentally ill people? Like, is Marvel starting to get mentally ill? Is, obviously Kathleen Kennedy, she's very hateful, she has this like point the finger attitude. Why? Like I said, all you have to do is make a good story. Don't give me 2 pieces of bread with a piece of wood in the middle, with no cheese, and tell me it's a cheeseburger. You're something's wrong with you. So that's pretty much it, guys. This was a long one, but hey, I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to like I said, there might have been a lot of mini topics in here, but I was like, you know what? Now's the fucking time. It's here. It's here. I want to just get it out. And again, like I said, I'm not about getting into drama type topics, but if I feel like, I've watched a bunch of videos, and I've formed some sort of like, something to contribute, something I've discovered, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, and if I feel like I have something to say about it, then it's okay. I'm not about, like I said, getting into topics just to pretend like, talk about drama for no reason. Please subscribe to me. It's not, I'm never going to be able to live off of YouTube. So, and I'm not even close to that in the slightest. So YouTube is just beautiful still in the way of like, it's giving artists a way to just, if you're a true artist, you just love being able to be a fucking artist. You know what I'm saying? I always say I love to do all kinds of things. Make movies. You make all kinds of different videos and stuff. All kinds of different kind of art, whatever. And yeah, it's just you don't have to move to fucking this state. That's to move away from your family, California, New York, to try to fucking become an artist anymore. You can fucking... That's still the beautiful thing about YouTube. If you're an artist, you get to fucking be an artist without having to fucking leave your family or uplift your life or having to work for somebody who wants to turn you into a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's still at the core of it. It's still a beautiful thing about YouTube. I don't know about all the shit that goes on YouTube. Like I said, I'm not close in the slightest to ever be able to live off of YouTube. So either way, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's I know a lot of people talk about YouTube. It's a different thing real quick. I know a lot of people talk about YouTube and what's going on with it. But honestly, if you're not doing art, if you're not doing YouTube anyway, for the number one reason, just to be able to be an artist, you're going to have a problem in a certain way either way. Whatever with that. I don't know. This is fucking... But there it is, guys. That's today's topic here on JcM Radio. Thank you for listening if you made it all the way to the end. I like sometimes I make it all the way to the end of certain videos and they're like, type this if you made it all the way to the end. So type JcM is a Jedi if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you have, thank you so much. Love doing this. If I can give somebody some love, something to contribute something to their life on top of it, that's awesome. And you guys are great. Thank you for watching. And like I always say, you guys know all the ways you can raise the power level of the channel. And yeah, like I said, there's really no question here for this. Just let me know if you agree with what I'm saying or whatever. I guess if you want, as far as comment wise. But this felt good. It felt good to, I don't know, just nice. Thank you for the powers that be making this an opportunity to do here on YouTube. Thank you for everyone watching. And like I said, you guys know all the ways you can choo to the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Joey JcM. Today's topic here on Joey JcM Radio. Oh my God, fucking what was that? That Disney Star Wars is officially a reboot. that was the tagline, I guess you can say. And once again, thank you for joining us here. This is Joey JcM, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you guys later. And may the Force, George Lucas's Force, be with you. Force push. No, Force, just Force.